Hello.
It's the amazing people of Glastonbury, episode 13. And today I've got Rainbow Tony and Mark from the music shop, Sonus Magnus. Together they make a band called the Rainbow Collective. And guys, tell us about the Rainbow Collective. When were you formed? How did it begin?
Well, I think it was kind of generally my idea because I'd been so betrayed by people in the past in other bands that I thought, sod it, I'm gonna take all the reins here and try and formulate something. And then I was looking around for a while, and I saw Mark, and I thought, well, where should I be? Where is it? And Mark went, oh, I don't know. We'll look outside, you know. And then we realised it was here in Glastonbury. It was here in Glastonbury. And then we realised that Mark had the capability and what's name, and then he realised he could listen to my ideas and his ideas, and we'd kind of interweave them together. And then he gave me something back, what I'd given him in music form, and he could reshape it. And then I realised that a lot of the sound today is in the engineering and in the studio with sound, because what we can do with sound now is all absolutely scientific. It's absolutely incredible.
See, I used to work for Duran Duran, so I used to be Nick Rhodes' right-hand man, but now I'm Tony's left-hand man, which is a similar kind of thing. So I'm interpreting his ideas and putting them in the computer and doing all that programming stuff, and then like going, what do you think of this? And Tony's like going, no, you need to change that. But we found we worked really, really fast together. So let's just wait for that bike to pass. Actually, we need to get the loud halo shouting.
Oh, that's a loud bike.
Loud, not as loud as mine. Yeah, so I found, like with Duran Duran, it takes them like 2 or 3 years to make an album. With Tony, we'd like get an idea together and have a song pretty much going and like shaped into some kind of idea like within hours and not like weeks or months or years. So it's quite cool actually. I like doing it.
Tell us about your newest song.
I think that's when the first single we got together. I had this bass line. I said, oh wow, what do you think of this? If you have this on a loop as a constant thing and then put a rap thing over it, there could be something there. I can hear something, you know. And that was called The Devil. Devil what?
Oh, the devil makes hands. Yeah.
The devil makes hands. The devil makes work of idle hands.
Yeah,
I know. I think it's an ancient saying or something. Maybe some Templar saying or something.
Yeah.
Then I've only been in Glastonbury a few years. I think Tony knows a lot more people than I do, and has been here a lot longer. So he keeps like showing up with all these different singers and rappers and stuff, and going, oh, "What do you think of this?" So that one was with a guy called, was it Deshaun?
Deshaun O'Connell.
Yeah.
And he's a star. He loves to do his own thing for sure.
Yeah.
And for him to step forward like that was absolutely incredible. I mean, it's great. And if you want to check that out, it's the Devil Makes Work of Idle Hands, the Rainbow Collective, isn't it? The Glastonbury Town Rainbow Collective.
I think it might be called Rainbow Tony.
It was Rainbow Tony Collective at that time, because I wanted to be. I couldn't call it the Jimi Hendrix Experience. So I had to call it the Tony Collective, yeah.
I like that.
And then somebody pulled me up and said, "Oh, it's all your ego, Tony, blah, blah, and all your ego." And I said, I thought, I didn't want that and all that kind of stuff, because it's not, you know. And I figured out that, you know, as I said to you before, that with the collective, especially with Mark, we form the main band, we form the main drive and production and everything else, and process, and you know, Mark can do the music, but we need the other people to intertwine, and we make like in a sweet factory, we'd be making sort of like some kind of special rock or something, you know, with like Glastonbury written all the kind of through it, you know, but Glastonbury Town written all the way through it with a picture of the
special
floor,
rock.
you know. Yes.
He actually, I bought. What was that thing called? What's that thing?
The candy floss machine.
Candy floss machine, and he
Yeah.
smashes sweets and then puts them in the candy floss machine and turns them into candy floss, like lemon.
You get where these is original and smash them into tiny bits with a hammer, and collect all the bits, and then when the machine heats up and then you switch it off and then it stops rotating, you put it in the middle like that, and then when it melts down a little bit, you can switch the machine on, and then within moments, once it does the process,
So awesome.
it throws a floss. You know, so I'm really into that. I mean, people who pass mine 3 o'clock in the morning, smelling, lifting their heads up, going, "Wow, what's it smell of?"
Smells delicious.
Like flossing where there's original hit my nose. I was going up Silver Street.
Was it like about 2 weeks ago, and I was going through like a real depressed kind of phase and not feeling very energetic and stuff. And he rocked up on the doorstep with his stick and he's like, "Here, have some of this." We've got this Werther's original toffee candy floss. It's awesome. Really
But if you put it in one thing, you just put it in your mouth, the whole thing just evaporates in your mouth like instantaneous kind of, and then leaves it with just the Werther's afterburn, doesn't it? Or just like that. Oh, it's absolutely heavenly. It really is. But back on the Rainbow Collective, what was it? Let's talk about the Tiger. That came together because Danny Lilly, who was supposed to be like fairly intelligent on the subject matter of William Blake and his poetry and all that kind of stuff, and history and all that kind of stuff, you know, I said I recited the first part of the poem, and then I expected it back, and she gave it back. I gave the third part of the poem, and then she couldn't recite the thing back, and I went, ha ha ha. You'll have to go home and do your homework now. Come back and see me when you can recite that whole poem to me. It was just straight off the cuff. I say things like that to people sometimes. Sometimes I just go, this is how, and I told her that, and I think it really got her shirt up a bit. And then she went away and learned it a little bit. And the next time we met, we had a little jam because I had these like chords already kind of slightly formulated. So I had this arrangement, and then she couldn't complete the whole verse without the timing being, not in time.
Yeah.
And all this kind of stuff, and so I've had to kind of push her in the way, like you teach somebody how to swim again, or teach somebody how to breathe again, or in that kind of way. Just because we all rub off on each other, don't we?
Yeah.
If we want to.
Yeah.
And then we all teach other stuff about ourselves if we want to. But with me, anyway, that's how it all started. Then we had the little jams and that, and eventually, when we came down to doing the Silver Street. I said, oh, we're going to meet up. Mark's going to be there with his equipment to record Danny Lilly doing the vocals like that. I'll get all the windows of opportunity all together at that time. Pray to God, pray to Christ, pray to Buddha, pray to everything, the goddess. And I got somebody to actually go to Danny Lilly's house and made sure that she got to the place. So anyway, I'm waiting over there. I'm praying to God, Buddha, I'm praying to. I'm just praying.
All of them.
I'm just praying, right? Mark turns up, so bang, tick off the box. Danny Lilly turns up with David and Little Tone and all that kind of stuff. So we're banging, we're on it. We're gonna get this vocal, right? I'd already worked out with Mark the slight drum timing 4/4 to it that we could that we could perceive to it. I remember we had like a slight back and track. Danny done the actual vocal with it within the place. Done the vocal, but anyway, so we had that in the can, but we only had that half in the can because when it came to looking at it, two of the verses weren't properly. We hadn't got them so in time as they should have been. So Mark has had to go to it from stitch to reline two parts of the missing verse that were on parts of the other verse that we said, oh, we're not too sure. So he's had to patch that all together, the vocal, because her vocal wasn't, as par as it should have been. Right. So anyway, we done that. Got it in the can. Mark was going, oh, I've got this thing to it. And I said, listen, there's another chord there that I can hear that's going to break this song up.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, from that A to G, I was thinking, where's that chord? And then, I don't know what it was, my head just went like that.
So
it just went like my head went ajar a bit, and I thought, there's that D chord. So G D A. So there's a D chord that breaks that monotony up. That is perfect for it. And then it took me a while for Mark. In the end, I had to say to Mark, listen through the phone. I had to say, Mark, listen. It goes, and I was kind of describing the chord sequence, wasn't I? And then you went, oh, you mean like? And he sent me like a little ditty thing of it. And then I went, yeah. You get it. And then so I had this, and the things of ska, reggae, The Clash, The Doors, that kind of feeling. And who else? Killing Joke, like Killing Joke. So I'm getting this. On the video, I wouldn't mind holding a fire extinguisher, and I'm just going. You know, it's. I'll be going. Look. I could be on stage like that, not playing guitar, playing fire extinguisher.
I'm into that idea. I like that idea.
You know, so that's what a feeling I got from it. You know what I mean? And I still like that feeling.
Because
but
it's
only not many people would kind of know that. Only if I told them so, really. And I mean, the actual recording of it was absolutely amazing. The way it got passed between Mark and Nez Alex was amazing.
Really
was amazing because as soon as Mark, I'd like gone, mate, I'm starting to go nuts with this thing. It needs something else, but I just can't see it at the moment. Nez came in to the equation, said, listen, I like what you're doing, but I'm feeling I can help to this. So we were like a satellite like that, going through space like a meteorite. Suddenly, from this part, boom, from this part, another thing that has made part of the meteorite as it's going through the air, as going through space like that. Absolutely incredible what he did. Then we got the mix back, and then we looked at it more, didn't we? And we said, well, I've got another guitar bits and all that kind of stuff, and there's a part in the break where it breaks like that, where it stops, and it's like it's pure sensuality. It's about creation. It's about our creation, how we came to be being in the way. You know, in the way.
Extra bit in the middle.
Yeah, and there's this part where she goes, and Mark got that ever so really cool. But when Nez done his mix, he put his mix on the top of it, so it drowned out the part the part that I wanted. So when I played it to Denny, she went, "Oh, but I can't hear that break bit." And I said, "It's you're right." So I've had to go, "Oh, listen, I'm going to make a decision here. We're going to move. I want his bit to be at the end of that bit of the solo, and have that break so it conjures up that full creation thing. So it's a waterfall going off the top, hitting the bottom, cascading, and as it hits the water, finds out another font, you know, where it fills and does the same procedure as it moves through, you know. But that is the whole thing.
It's about contrast though, because Ness put something in that I would never ever have done, and you go to me, what about doing this? And I think, what? And then I don't get it, and then you go, no, it goes like that, and then I go like, okay, and I put it in, and then it's the contrast between the way I would have done it and the way you're suggesting to do it. There's just this whole, it's like that, a mirror kind of, and it's like, wow, okay, that works, because it's completely different. Where I would have gone, it just would have been flat like that, and it gives it shape. If that makes sense.
I think with Mark, because the way he's wired and I'm wired too, that I can, you know, I mean, even though, you know, it was put in my progression, my idea, and, you know, to hold the reins and make sure we follow through on this, you know, and, you know, made sure we followed through on this, and made sure we followed through on this, right? That. When I left the ideas,
I never finish anything ever.
Yeah.
I just don't finish. So
and I get angry. Everything starts getting smashed up. If I lose it, don't I, Mark? If things aren't up to where they should be, and in a good way, because I know my brother, and I can lose. We can lose it with each other because we, you know, it's got to be this way sometimes, you know. And because at next day we'll go, oh, I lost it because of this, and now I know what it's about. And you go, oh, well, thank Christ for that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what else? But even though I formulated the thing, it's been Mark that has kind of stretched it and turned it into what it is now. And if you listen to it with right ears, you'll hear so many other things going on. I mean, not just in the first track. The first track is like an appetizer to what is next. And what is next is like, my old stereo, which I've got my Xbox Connect through playing the CD, was absolutely loving it but straining at the same time. You know, I could feel it going, it was going, whoa, I've never been ruffled in my feathers like that before, kind of thing. You know, in this, oh, I'm almost making that. It's not, can we do it again? You do it.
There's a technical reason behind that, and that is because I know he's going to listen to it. I think, what can I do with the bass? I'm going to make the bass go like that.
Yeah.
Another thing, what should I do with that synth? And I make the synth like do. So I've got like every single sound has its own trajectory. It's like an orbit of different planets going through your head. So if you listen with headphones on, it's really disorientating in a way, but it's actually also, if you start to follow sounds around it, you're like going, where's that going to?
Yeah, Tony, show us a copy of the CD. So for everyone who doesn't know, we're talking about the Rainbow Collective's brand new CD. It's a musical
the Glastonbury
version.
Town Rainbow Collective.
Yeah.
Yes.
Glastonbury Town Rainbow Collective's
yes.
version of Tiger Burning Bright by William Blake.
Yeah, and it's going out as Tiger, isn't it? Tiger. But this
Check
is
out
the.
this artwork, guys. It's amazing. And if people want to order it online, where can they get it from?
Hopefully, have you got that? Yes, I've got that.
It will be on iTunes.
It will be on iTunes soon.
Yes, that's going
Woohoo.
through a process with the distributor that it will be on iTunes.
That's amazing. And it's by Tony and Mark.
I think, you know, and
team.
as I see it, because I sold 20 the other day for £5 a piece, it made 100 quid.
Buy it from him.
So
find him and buy it from him.
See,
Get it
all the
autographed.
CDs we sell comes to us for expenses.
Yeah.
But the ones online, on the web, are going to the Save the Tiger Fund. Everything on the web is going to the Save the Tiger Fund.
That
But
is
anything
brilliant.
out here is going back to us to make more CDs and to help my mate here. And also, listen, we need more people coming into the shop to talk to Mark about buying an instrument.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean? About Mark,
Mark, I wanna buy a
people.
lute.
This is Glastonbury's best, music shop, and anything, if you want a musical instrument, please come here and give Mark some business, because we need some more support. I mean, even when the foundation for the Save the Tiger takes up, I'm hoping to get in touch with some. Who is that rich guy you were on about? The
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leonardo DiCaprio, and see if we can get on his foundation to get some support for our next project, which could go.
Everyone your cool guitar.
Yes, which could go towards. Not the Save the Tiger. I like Save the Tiger. To me, is not the tiger. The tiger is everything. Is the earth. Is the air we breathe. Is the things we see. Is the thing we are. The energy we are. Do you know?
There aren't that many tigers left. It really is really freaky when you actually look
at
like
the
rhinoceros
statistics.
gone. There is no more white rhino. It's gone. That doesn't exist anymore. And tigers aren't far behind that.
I still believe there should be a force in the world. Hi, Julie. I still believe there should be a force in the world, like Thunderbirds.
Yeah.
Where there's ever a problem in the world, they just go in there. I know there are, humanitarian things, but there should be a force, like a Jedi people who
There is.
who
It's a
turn
love
up, and there are,
revolution.
because there are good people in the world, but there should be a foundation where we're all connected like that. And if I say, listen, I need people to go to this place. Goodbye. See you. Have you got anything else to say?
Yeah, the foundation.
But so, I mean, obviously we don't want any drunk people there. We need people who are kind of, fairly compass mentis, and who have got it in their heart. We don't want no time wasters.
No
honestly,
time wasters,
honestly.
please. Yes.
I mean, there's a time and a place to get drunk or get high or whatever. Do you know what I mean? But when we're on a mission for something, especially a great purpose
Could you
like
imagine
this,
if Thunderbird 2 came out the ground and he was drunk? It would be like. Into the cliff on the side. Yeah.
That'd be a really bad day, wouldn't it? You know, the brains would go
We'd all be
cuckoo,
like-
wouldn't it? Yeah.
going like this as
No,
well.
no, I think the idea is feasible. I mean, I'm a great believer in the impossible. I think anything is possibly theoretically possible. You know, even the most impossible fact. And it's amazing how ironic life is, that when you think, oh, I bet you that wouldn't happen, and then you see it before your very eyes and you go, holy shit,
I
where
predicted
is
that. Yeah, we manifested it.
Why, you know, so and on all levels. I mean, as above, so below, you have that, you know, so you have the scale electric track, it's in a figure eight, and the figure eight goes round in the figure eight. So when you reach that most high, you've got to reach that so below, so at the same time too sometimes. Sometimes you can feel yourself going past each other from both opposite ways. And it was my sister's birthday on the 8th of August,
yeah.
And she's a Leo.
It's not
Oh yeah, well I know,
They
yeah,
moved-
but
they
the
put
8th.
They put new
Oh
star
yeah,
sign in.
oh yeah, it was an 8th, but it was the 8th of the 8th.
It's the Lionsgate.
Of the 8th?
Yeah,
It
it's
was
the
8th of the 8th,
Lionsgate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy
So it's not-
belated birthday to Tony's sister.
Yeah, Kim.
Do you know about the
Happy
new star
birthday,
sign?
Kim.
You heard about those?
Well, good.
They found a 13th constellation which they've dumped right in between Sagittarius and Scorpio, I think, which moves them all. But I'm still Pisces, but some of the other ones have changed. So my son was Gemini, or Gemini Taurus cusp, but now it's put in firmly into Taurus. So it's changed apparently.
I was a Cancer, now I'm a Gemini.
You're a Gemini now,
Apparently.
and you're
I still think I'm a Cancer.
no, you're Aries, aren't you? Yeah,
Yes,
so
I'm Aries.
What's your date? Is
Has
your
anybody
birthday?
got a CD player? Would anybody like a free copy of the latest Glastonbury Town Rainbow Collective CD?
They do.
Yeah?
He wants one. Yeah.
Have you got a CD player? Come and get it then.
He's there's a new shop.
Come and
on
get
the
it
other side
in.
of the road.
Oh,
Really cool.
hello, new shop.
Come and get it then.
What's it called?
No,
No.
you've got to come and get it. If you want it, you've got to. If you want
The
it,
Heart of the Tribe
come
is
and get
Kibbleberry.
it. You know you want it.
The Heart of
You
the
gotta
Tribe is
come and get
Kibbleberry.
it. It's for you. If you want it,
Kibbleberry.
come and get it.
Ladder.
Yeah.
That's my ladder. I've got to go get my ladder. That's a whole different thing. Look, I've realised what I was doing wrong. When I was a kid, I
Come and get it.
configured my scale electric, so I just had a straight
I'll
line.
bring it over to you. I'll bring it over to you.
Listen, when I was a kid, I configured my scale electric, so I got all the straights, and I had a straight line.
It's a tiger! Oh no!
And
We
the
love
straight
you!
line.
I love the goddess!
Okay, you guys,
The
Rainbow
straight line
Tony,
went straight out my bedroom
tell
window.
us about how you found yourself in Glastonbury.
How did you get here?
I think I was mortally wounded. Yeah, I think I was
How
mortally
many
wounded.
years ago was this?
Yeah, I was mortally wounded, yeah. And it took me about 5 years to transcend myself. And I had a rebirth on the tour, like literally. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
What
I
year
had
was
to.
it?
Well, I had to connect with the tour that way to renew this body and to help it. So that's what kind of happened, really. So I'm more than a man that I ever was.
And
Look, see,
Tony,
I'm also a cowboy, you know.
Yeah.
You know, a cowboy.
Tony,
Rainbow Cowboy. Rainbow Cowboy.
Rainbow Cowboy.
Wilkinson's coffee. Have you had your Wilkinson's?
No!
Oh,
still
well,
don't
how
know
very dirty.
I still don't know what it is. Well, no, you said
Remember that thing? Yeah.
I don't know what it
Tony.
is.
I really do that.
We should get some.
If you look at Glastonbury as a mystery school, and like a magnifying glass and a mirror, if you look at Glastonbury Town as a mystery school, what's been the biggest lesson that you've learnt in all your years here?
The biggest lesson. Well, I'm not sure of lesson, but I found out sometimes I can like the spirit of King Arthur or something like that jumps into me sometimes, and then I get passed around all through the constellations, and sometimes Merlin even comes to me too, and I've realised I can't leave the house now without even doing a mission. So I'm really constantly on a mission, but I should have some time off sometimes because you know every good boy deserves some time off sometimes. You know.
Oh, guys, is there going to be a Rainbow Collective track out soon based on Merlin, King Arthur, and like the story of?
Probably should be.
Yeah. We will work on it. I think it's written within.
It will happen.
It's written within that anyway. But all this is so healthy that it'll make my mate, the new single Rainbow Collective. Could you make a donation?
No.
You couldn't. Have you got a DVD player?
No.
All right. God bless you.
Have you got a CD player or car?
No.
Oh.
All right. Right. 40 press-ups now.
Okay, well.
I'll do them. Hold on. I'll do them. I'll do them. I'll do them. I'll do them. Okay. I'll do them.
It's doing press-ups. This is how an interview with Rainbow Tony ends.
And roll credits.
Okay, Tony,
Hold on.
Okay.
40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 47, 48, 49, 50.
I'm going to see if I can
Thank
do
you.
one.
Tony, one last question for you, okay?
Yes.
If you could speak for all of Avalon, pass on a message to everyone watching, no matter when, like whether it's now or in 20 years' time, wherever in the world they are, what would your message from the heart of Avalon be? Your biggest piece of advice?
Try and find yourself. Try and be polite to yourself. Trying to be polite to others. Learn from your mistakes. And remember, God knows everything. Silence is the language of God. All else is poor translation.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And Mark, how about you? Have you got one, like a message for together as a Rainbow Collective, guys?
Message Collective. Expect the unexpected.
And let music
And,
heal the world.
Buy the single. Get the single.
I think
Yeah.
I think learning that when I think that I'm right, that there's another right way to do it. So both people can be right to a degree,
Yeah.
and that combination of two people coming together and creating something quite often creates something that's a lot bigger than the sum of its parts.
Yeah.
So it becomes working with other people is a really important thing. I think it becomes like a huge creative.
Beyond their own scope of your own bubble,
Yeah.
you know, and then you're putting trust in other people. I mean, I can with Mark because I've worked with him so many times that he knows my language, he knows my jargon, all that kind of stuff. But I can so I can go, oh, this, that, and the other, and we're working on other tracks, aren't we? We've got other tracks nearly in the can, you know, just ready. So this album isn't too far away. This Rainbow Collective album is not too far away.
Please.
So yes.
Okay.
Well, thank you on behalf of all of Glastonbury. Thank you for the music, guys. Thank you for the rainbows, and thank you for the love. That was a fun interview.
Blessed
very
be.
much.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.